Hello, Facebook family. Come on in. Let's have a conversation really fast. And wow. So a few things. The first thing is, hold on. The first thing is let me turn down the volume so that calls and things won't disrupt. Come on in, y'all. Let's get in here. Hello. Before I start talking, I definitely want to greet all of you all. Lisa, Janelle, Olivia, April, Brad, Lisa, Valerie Gelhash is on, Tanya, Kelly, Yumika, Nicole, Rhonda, Jamie, Tarina, hello everybody, Ebony. Michael Brown, Sierra, Claudel, Karina, Renee, Neva, Talonda, Lavetta. Hello, everybody. And as I always say, if at any point you think I say something worth sharing or worth hearing, I want you all to share the video. And this is my final reflections and my final thoughts with being in Texas. And the first thing is that for the first time, I'm literally by myself. The rest of the team is gone. They're headed back to home. Sheena's on her way back to Georgia. Lamont and Tashina is on her way back to Chicago. And Valerie is on her way back to Virginia. And I'm actually waiting for my time to leave because I'll be leaving a little later. And I want to just come on and give you all my final thoughts here in Texas. And I'm asking y'all to bear with me because I just want to speak from my heart to y'all, if that's okay. Texas has been amazing for us. This was our first place that we came to try to develop a chapter. This is the first place that we came to develop a chapter, and this has been an amazing experience and nothing short of life transforming and life changing. And with that being said, it has not come with its share of hang-ups or bad news or mishaps or even criticism. And while we've been in this thing, literally, y'all, I have lost weight. Since we actually started the Kanika case, I've not really been able to do much for myself. And to see the team like saying, oh, Jedidah, man, you're getting so small. I was already a little guy, but I've lost even more weight. And that is because of the amount of pressure and the amount of stress that is associated with what we're doing. And while we've been in Texas, a lot of people have been upset with us because we're not doing what they want us to do, or they feel like we're not responding to them fast enough. And no matter how many times we get on and plead for patience or plead for people to understand that we're doing so much, it seems like then people are just never satisfied. And I don't want to complain or focus on the negativity, but I've learned so much, and it comes from people who are literally that, you know, if you're sitting at home and you're waiting for something, I can understand the angst and the anxiety and the anger that comes with that. But you will only see that if you don't think about the other side. And it was moments where, and even in this, like, we've not really been able to sleep. And why am I sharing this? I'm giving you all my reflection about this. And I'm okay. I am within my soul, I'm happy. But it's coming at a cost. And so what I want to say to the people from this reflection of this alone is that something that we just had in a very real conversation with people from the Freedom Fighter family that just left us here, that were just with us a minute ago. And it's that sometimes, and I'm trying to figure out how do I say this in a way that is understandable. I don't want people to misunderstand me. But sometimes you have to step outside of the people that you're trying to help in order to get the strength to help them, because they don't understand what's going on with you, because they just recognize that they need help. And it has been an unfortunate reality for me to recognize that I've gotten very upset with black people in this process a lot, because there's been a lot of complaining, a lot of competing. There's been a lot of people being busy and all kinds of stuff. And I'm just like, what do they not see? What are they not looking at? What are they not paying attention to? Because we're doing our best to give every understanding and explanation we can. And then I go and look at videos that's made and memes that's made and negative comments that's made. And I just say to God, why would you? Why would anybody want this? Why would anybody really want to be in these shoes? All people see, they see the moments where we smiling, where we laughing. They see the moments where we in these meetings, but they don't really count up the cost that's coming up with this. And they don't recognize that we're losing on two fronts here while we're trying to build for a bigger picture. The only reason why we're making the sacrifice is because not only have you all demonstrated that you believe in us, but we decided that we believe in y'all. So much so that we'll make these necessary sacrifices. And one person came and said, stop downplaying that you all need the resources to do it. And that was so real, because you all give to churches every single weekend, and they probably never do anything that is mobile as it relates to even bringing awareness to your issues or speaking about our plight of life. And all they do is say, hey, there's a blessing coming. You shout about it and you leave. And nobody really complains about that. And they said, stop playing down that y'all need resources, because on one hand, y'all want us to sacrifice everything we got to go help people. And then on the other hand, recognize that if we are not at our jobs or cannot work our jobs or lose our jobs, then we're not getting income, and we're fighting with little resource. So on two fronts, there's struggle. And I'm sitting up here like, man, I'm even smaller than I was when I came in this. And so it come to me, and I'm saying this to anybody, why am I doing this reflection with y'all? Because I'm talking to everybody that is out there trying to do something for someone else. This is why it is hard. This is the cost that is associated with it. And so what I'm saying to you all is that sometimes you got to step outside of the people that need the help to get the help to them. One of the hardest things for me to swallow in this whole ordeal is that I may have to leave my city. I was gearing up before any of this happened to run for mayor of the city of Chicago. I wanted to put the issues on the table that I know will not go addressed if somebody like me didn't run. Having been in Chicago all my life and understand the dynamics of the people who really need somebody who will go and speak on their behalf and that'll tell the truth without restriction, it was nothing more important to me than doing that. But what I realized leaving Chicago to come to Texas to organize is that there is a big world out here. And sometimes you got to leave the place that you want to help in order to come back and help the place or the people that you want to help. Because the people who need the help are in such bad condition that they will try to destroy you while they're helping you. And that's called the drowning syndrome. It means that while you are in a place of drowning, if anybody try to come and save you, you'll cause them to drown too, because you're fighting to stay afloat. And sometimes they say in order to save them, you got to wait until they go under. And it is so unfortunate that that is our reality. It's so unfortunate with that. And let me tell you all what happened while we were in Texas. And I thank God, because in this it all been something that I feel like it saved my life. Do you all know that I had no idea that baby Jackson's mother was a white woman? We had no idea that she was a white woman. When we were talking to her, we didn't think about a color. We didn't think about a race. But when that white woman came and we had a choice right there, do we still pursue and do we still help? And the answer was absolutely, because it's not about the color. But I'm going to say this, and I swear this is to no discredit, and this is not to offend anybody. But this white woman has shown us so much love and appreciation. So much humility. This woman then went and traveled the whole state of Texas with us to help us build our organization so that we can then turn around and hopefully help her. And I'm yelling justice for Jackson. And this family is standing right next to me yelling, but justice for Samaje. And do you all understand what I'm saying by that? That is hard, a hard pill to swallow. While we saying justice for Jackson and we listening to them yell, but justice for Samaje. And it's so difficult because people will say, we got to just help black folks. And this is what I'm saying. But we didn't help black folks. We've been helping black folks. And I have never seen, and so let me just pause and say that my heart is heavy. My heart isn't heavy for me. My heart is heavy because we don't even see ourselves. My heart is heavy because I'm losing weight. I can't imagine what the team has lost. I don't have children like Sheena and Valerie and Tanisha and all these people have. I can't imagine being somewhere in another city, getting the hell beat out of you for doing the best you can, but you got to order pizza for your children who are miles away. I can't imagine being busy and working around the clock, and all you hearing is what you're not doing to make people happy, that they don't even recognize what you're doing to make them happy. And so my reflection of that is that I'm under the impression now that maybe running for mayor is not what I'm going to be able to do. Maybe I have to go and build this national movement. And maybe that's the way I'm going to be able to help Chicago. I don't know. Like, I'm sitting here like my bags are packed. I'm getting ready to get in the car. I'm getting ready to go back home to Chicago, a city that I love with every fiber of my being. But what I've been seeing in the city of Chicago is that people in the city of Chicago been fighting each other. And look, they talking about why everybody that think we're doing this wrong, why are they so focused on us that they're not even doing what they accusing us of not doing? Why aren't they marching for the kids that's being killed in the city of Chicago? Why aren't they building an organization in Chicago that can address the quality of life issues? Why aren't they coming together to bring positive messages of hope, life, and strength to the people of Chicago? But they mad at me because, he want to be big time and move across the country, and this issue's here in Chicago. And then when you in Chicago, they don't even want to come together. We can't even come together, like I said earlier, to help each other tie each other's shoes, let alone deal with being a murder capital of the whole nation. And so coming to Texas has, in this time and for this reason, has literally pulled the rug from under my feet. Because not only do I know what the future holds, not only do I not know what this is going to become, but I found a family in a whole nother state that is ready for transformation. I found women who will give anything because they actually believe. I'm sitting here listening to these families, and I'm surrounded by people who have not gotten justice. They've not gotten answers. They've not had peace, but yet they're coming together for the sake of building something that will no longer be our reality. And my heart is torn because I'm saying, do I stay in Chicago? Or God, are you moving me somewhere? But at any rate, what are we building? Because at one hand, it's killing us. But on the other end, it's blessing us. And it's the people who don't look like me that's fighting us. It's the people who don't look like me who are appreciating us. There are people that look like me that are appreciating us. But y'all don't see what we see. And y'all don't see the larger, like, our people are so easily distracted by innuendo and gossip and bullshit. People talking about 1 minute y'all cussing, the next minute you praying. Don't you know that cussing people need God too? Don't y'all know that? And don't you know that we probably be cussing because we've been praying for such a long time? and things ain't got no better, and that's why now we cussing while we praying? And don't you understand that there's some cussing people that need to understand that God wants to love them too? And I'm trying to get to the point where I don't cuss because I want to be better with God, because of the building of our relationship again. Do you not realize that? Why do we judge each other? Why do we tear each other down? You can't look at none of these videos, at least I know that's coming from me, and see that we're trying to destroy or tear down something. So y'all are paid, y'all are blessed entertainers who will never come to y'all stuff. Y'all will go watch them play a basketball game, buy a ticket that's astronomically priced, let them be living their life with multi-millions. But you talking about somebody that's coming for people who got tragedy. You know what I've been seeing time and time again now, that because of the name alone of justice fighters and because they saw the grit, do you all understand what a mama who or a family who had no hope, who had no help, now they laughing and joking because they got people that they don't even know coming just to stand by them? We have not marched for baby Jackson. We have not given any money to the family. We only have done research, made phone calls, made commitments. But this family they got life right now. And y'all mad about that? Y'all don't want to see people that's doing that prosper? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all don't want to see that? And I'm sitting in this house, and now when I leave here, guess what I got to do? And I'm not ashamed of it. When I leave this place, I got to go back to Chicago, get ready to go to Atlanta, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do about my personal business in a little bit of time. And it's a whole article out there. Y'all ain't even read the article. That's another reason why you talk so much bullcrap, because you don't read. If you read the article, it tells you I was a whole auxiliary police officer in Chicago. I had a good paying job. I paid my bills, but I had to quit because I chose to fight for us. And the police were targeting my co-workers. They were targeting auxiliary police officers because of me. And I had to quit because my boss, his information was being made public because I was fighting police brutality and stuff. But guess what? The moment that one of y'all are shot, y'all want every single person of the color to go out there and yell Black Lives Matter. Y'all want us to do that. Y'all want us to go out there and stand with y'all when one of your relatives been gunned down by the police, and then you turn around and laugh at the sacrifice that is required to do it. Because you cannot march when you're working for the people you're marching against. Y'all don't recognize that, so I am not on here. I'm venting, a little bit. But what I'm saying is, God damn it, Texas has given me life. What I'm saying is Texas has literally shown me that God has blessed me beyond all this crap, that people actually are believing in something. Every city we went, a whole lot of people couldn't make it. But the ones who did make it, they had fire, they had life, they had strength, they were unified. People who didn't even meet each other before. People who hadn't even met each other before, like the people who came here today, who were sitting in this very house with us. They didn't even know each other, but people are connected to each other, and they finding new friendships. I'm hearing people talk about they was retired, didn't have nothing to do, and now they together and they got somebody that they can lean on. Now, I just be praying about it because I hope none of these relationships go bad, but people are connecting, and that's something that y'all don't like that. People don't like that. They upset about that. They saying y'all not doing nothing. We're doing way more for society than you could imagine right now. You be doing way more for society. And so what that in the meantime, or in the interest of it, a few people get a little bit, or somebody want to take a picture, or somebody want to sow a seed. That's a good thing. Because I could be an athlete playing sports. You can go ahead and buy the ticket, and I can go sit in a mansion and do nothing. You can tell me, you can give me money in the church, and because I've been a pastor for 10 years, and I can just come and preach on Sunday and don't do nothing else for the rest of the week. You can make me a politician and get me elected, and I can get inside a political office, got my guaranteed check for 4 years and never do anything to change your quality of life. And we never complain about that. But a few black folks decide that we're going to stop accepting the narrative as it is. We're going to step outside of our comfort zone. We're going to live a sacrificial life, and we're going to try to build something for the better. And the first thing that y'all can do is find a reason to tear it down. And so y'all wonder why Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and all these people are quote unquote sold out, because it's painful to help hurting people. Did you hear that? I got my own pain. I got my own problems. I got my own struggle, but it's even more painful to help other hurting people. And if you don't believe it, I got receipts. I don't need to do this anymore. I have a name that has been known or been made known all across the country and the world. And I know a lot of famous people. I just called somebody famous a few minutes ago. They're like, boy, I wish I could do what you're doing. And I did that off the strength of other stuff, not off of dealing with no tragedy. Do you understand that? And so anger will never bring forth understanding. Well, guess what? Most of my lives, I do it without anger. So I guess you'll get the understanding at the next one, okay? But you're going to hear my heart. You're going to know exactly how I feel. And guess what I'm not going to do anymore? I'm not going to change it for nobody. And so with that being said, when you understand that we have a heavy task on us that we're doing our best with, when we don't have to do this, we're doing it because we believe. We're doing it the same reason why you all do what you did when a lot of y'all that voted for Barack Obama is because y'all believed in something. That's why we're doing it. We believe in it. The reason you go to church is because you believe in it. And I read that one comment and it lost my whole train of thought. That y'all be like, dang, he don't read the comments. I be having to go back and read the comments because y'all be throwing me off sometimes. But what I'm saying is, thank you, Texas. Essentially, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm watching our world, but while I'm watching our world, y'all have given back the life that we've been trying to give and that we are also putting on and sacrificing on display. We get our lives picked apart every step and every move that we make. This video is going to be used and it's going to be picked apart. Somebody's going to take a snippet and they're going to do something with it. And I know that. But why are we doing it? Because we say we want a transparent world. Well, look, you getting transparency. We stand connected to y'all. We stand before you all in a public way. And now what you going to do with it? You going to build us up or are you going to tear us down? Are you going to help us? If y'all think that we don't got it all together and we don't know what we're doing, it's not in the best interest of us as a people for you to start spreading bad information. It's for you to say, hey, I see you all have an area that is undone. And then, I want to come and help. I want to serve in that because I see it. But I'm going to take it a step further than that. Not just do I want to come and help and see you all that it's undone, I also want to acknowledge the fact that y'all are only weeks old. Y'all are only weeks old and people all over the country are clearly inspired. It's only been it's been a month maybe that we've been trying to build this. So when I say, so everybody got all these expectations on us and everybody mad at us for different things. And did y'all not remember it's only been a month since we started this? And I'm at a place where I'm really asking God for strength because I'm actually really tired of some of the battles. I can take them. I know I'm strong enough for them. But part of me just, it's a part of me that says, why would anybody want this? It's a part of me that says, I'm not gonna let this world hurt me no more while I'm trying to serve to the best of my ability. I'm not. I've let Chicago do that to me for over. Chicago has done that to me my entire teen life. Chicago has done that to me my entire young adult life. Where no matter how much we do, it's never good enough, and it's always demonized. And I'm not going to let it happen to me in my adult life. I'm just not. And I want to say this to all of the miserable people. You will not break me. You will not break me. I've gone through this, and I've learned through God allowing me to fall. I've learned through God allowing me to fail at certain things. I've learned by taking the hits and being beat down. And I almost gave up. And there's something that this woman said to me last night at the table I'm never going to forget. She said, you had a small window to choose life or death, and you survived it. And that woman has no idea how much that statement has affected me, because nobody was there during that recovery. Nobody knew the decisions and how hard it was to get through that moment. And that's why I'm so mean to the team, because I am a little bit strict on everybody, because I see what this could possibly be. But I also, my heart is hurting for them, because they have not been doing this long as I have. And all I keep thinking is, God, please don't rob them. Let these people rob them. And I take it personal as my personal responsibility to not let people get robbed. And so that is my reflections here on Texas. Texas, I just really thank you. You have made me go back to the drawing board on everything in life. And I'm struggling right now. I'm telling y'all, I'm struggling. And I need your help. I need your prayers, and I need your support. I know what I want to do. I want to touch the world. I want to inspire people, and I want us to come together. I want people to stop accepting anything and stop settling for less. I want to give hope where there is none. I know what I want to do. I'm still trying to figure out how to do it. And who is God saying I am in doing it? And now, where? Where to do it? Do I leave Chicago? Do I stay? Do I run for mayor? Do I not? How do I reach out and actually be effective in other demographics? Black folks, because you're not supposed to say it. We're just not supposed to say it. It's this whole notion that we keep our fights amongst ourselves, and what goes on in our house, we keep it in our house. But I don't describe to it anymore, because I think it's bullshit. I think black folks, we spend so much time trying to put up this facade of we need to be pro-black and have black power, that we don't even hold each other accountable to what we do that's not good. For example, we got to stop being late to every damn thing. And so we rather make it a thing versus letting it be clear as a people it's just unacceptable. How does a whole culture of people become late? It's because we make it cool, but it's not. It's not cool. Because if you be late, guess what? You'll never be the boss. You'll never run nothing. If you be late and it be cool, then you might miss something that was at a divine time. What you do in your natural life is what's done in your spiritual life. So y'all say, I cuss. I do curse. Do y'all know that when I pray, sometimes when I pray, I tell God how frustrated I am, and that's why I think he be rocking with me. I be like, damn, Lord, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'm coming to you recognizing that I'm the human and you're the deity. So please do me a favor, cover my inefficiency and my imperfection, and help me so that I don't be so frustrated that I cuss. And God be answering them the prayers that God be answering. And I do it in private. I don't got to always pray in front of y'all. But we want people to be, people on here telling us how y'all praying 1 minute and cussing the next. And y'all cuss. And you probably don't even pray. But now it turned into a rant. But this is me speaking to y'all. Just giving you my heart. And so they're on their way out of here. I know I'm way over time. These people gonna come in here and be like, oh, who is this random black man going here? And this is Texas. I ain't trying to go to jail. I'm gonna leave in a minute. But going from Austin to Houston to Dallas and seeing these people who are really committed and ready for transformation has been revolutionary in my own life. And I believe that justice prevails in many ways. And I think that as far as Jackson and Samaje, we've done something to the very least. We've gotten their names out there, and we've gotten people to come together, and we got mom, at least for Jackson, we've gotten mom to understand that she's not alone. And for the Samaje case, we are working to bridge a divide in relationships, and I think that is big in itself. As far as Kanika Jenkins is concerned, within my internal self, I will always honor her because she became a force by which we became aware. But I always honor the people who are out there fighting for her and bringing awareness to her, because that became a force by which we actually became a family. And I have to honor her in my heart out of respect to her family, her legacy, and her estate. And I always say it, I wish I could go and fight for Kanika. But the truth is, we're doing what we were asked to do. And for everybody who say, well, this ain't about who asked you, I'm saying that you've never really fought for anybody in your life. Because one thing you do know is that if you're trying to do the right thing, you're not coming to bring more pain to the family. You're coming to bring more peace, even if that means stepping back at their request. You don't force yourself in tragedy. You introduce yourself and you let them decide if you're somebody that can help them. Never come. That's called pride and arrogance. I prefer humility. And the humble thing to do is to let them see who you are and let them choose. So everybody that keep on saying, but y'all left Kanika. We never left Kanika. You don't know what we put into this. My mother, she really just stood up within the last few days out of an almost life-threatening situation. So you think that I did all of that for nothing? Did you think that I thought that this was going to turn into this? When we went out there to fight for Kanika, when we've done this for every other case, we went out there fighting for babies that got killed, and the world never came together for them. So did you really think that I preconceived that people all over the country would be inspired? And now that I quote unquote got that, I'm going to just move on? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. And I'm going to call a spade, and an idiot an idiot. We didn't know. And the best thing that we could do for Kanika is turn over any information that we garnered to the authorities that we have confidence in and let God do the work. We went out there and did the physical stuff. But you know, let me tell you what I never stopped doing for Kanika. I never stopped praying. And I never stopped holding God accountable to what he said. And as far as my understanding and my relationship with God, justice will prevail for that child. I don't care if it's outside of my lifetime. The world will know at some point what happened to Kanika Jenkins. And that's why, even though I cannot march, I do the best I can, and that's pray. I'm going to take 5 questions because it's what I committed to doing. And then I'm going to get prepared to leave here. But Texas, you are forever etched in my heart, or at least those Texans that I met. And I'm so glad that our freedom fighting family has extended. And don't take my frustration, my anger, my rant as me accepting defeat. What I'm saying is, I'm on a journey as my authentic self, and I have no control over what God is doing. And I'm doing my best to submit. And I have watched God shut the mouths of my enemies over and over and over again. And I didn't even have a clue he was doing it. They said, oh, y'all just want to profit off of Black Death. And then a white lady's baby came. Now they got to change their story. Stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? 6 questions. And I'm going to be right back to Texas. We are going to go to these 5 other states. So that's going to be Georgia, Illinois, North Carolina, California, and back to Texas. We're going to strengthen those, and we're setting standards by which we continue to go. Good afternoon, Law B. If you guys don't know, we go out tomorrow to Joliet, Illinois, as we get back on the battlefield and getting justice for Samaje. And that's what I'm saying. I'm leaving here, and I got to get right outside, right back protesting and bringing awareness to the Samaje Crosby case. There's no stopping. Justice for Samaje. Come on, y'all. Who got the questions? Let's go. Who got the questions? And so we're thinking about, I'm just sharing this with y'all. If I move, I don't know. Do you all know that it is Georgia who's given the most requests for membership? And so we're going to determine our headquarters based on y'all. And we're traveling based on y'all. So it looks like the Freedom Fighter headquarters, and I'm just saying this as a thought. I didn't say this as an official statement. But if we do it off of applications, the Freedom Fighters headquarters may be in Atlanta, Georgia. And guess what? I'm going to go where the headquarters is. Because I'm going to watch over what God has put into our hands. So, I don't know. But I'm excited about Atlanta. Because Atlanta and Georgia, they ain't playing no games. Okay, do you know how many people you are inspiring, Jedidah? Please keep moving on with your positivity. I don't know, Christy. I don't know, but I just wonder if the people know how much they are keeping me alive, keeping me committed. This is why I say it's a God move, because it's not just a one-way street, it's a two-way street. I told pot lady Tashina that she said it was me that inspired her to get out there. And she a relative, and she was watching me fight for her cousin. And I had to give her testimony that she didn't even know about. I was getting so tired and run down that what made me stay committed was her beating them pots. And she was beating them pots for hours. And I'm like, I'm just screaming, but this girl, her arms got to be strong as hell, because she's still beating this damn gumbo pot. And she was doing it all day, and I found myself praying for her to get strength. And then I recognized, and I said, you know what? If she can beat pots for hours, I can stand out here for hours. I can chant for hours. She kept me alive. It's a two-way street. So I don't know how many people I'm inspiring, but I know that y'all don't know how much y'all are inspiring me. Do you ever feel like it's all too much and you just want to give up? I know I feel like that a lot, but then I feel bad for feeling like that. I don't feel like that. I don't feel bad for feeling like that. Sometimes it is too much. It is absolutely too much at times. And so this is what I tell people, because they be lying. They say God will never put more on you than you can bear. That is not biblically sound. It is not the truth. How could God say that I'm not going to put more on you that you can bear, and then turn around and say, lean not to your own understanding? How could he say that and then say, seek first the kingdom? How could he say that and then say, to call on him in the time of trouble or need? How could he say that and say, but I'm your savior? God, that's confusion. That's confusion. And the Bible says that God is not the author of confusion. The truth is that what God puts on you is going to be too much for you to bear by yourself. And that's why he says, stay humble, because I'm going to send you help and resources and people that's going to have a like mind and like spirit, and you got to agree with them. And when y'all agree to carry the load together, he said, I'm going to be in the midst of it. God do put more on us that we can bear, because we got to feel like it's too much for us. Because if we don't, we'll start thinking that we something special and that we'll think it's us. But then he said, but don't take or share his glory. That's his shine. He said, because he gave us the assignment, he said, I want you to just have childlike faith. Be a child. Depend on me to make sure you protected and nourished and taken care of, because what I'm putting on your shoulder, you can't handle it. But what I need you to do is recognize that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You too weak to do what I'm giving you, because what I'm giving you is bigger than you. So what I need you to do is I need you to focus and stay focused on me while you going through why it's a heavy weight. So they say, but wait a minute, but don't God say, take on my yoke, which is light, and my burden, which is easy? Absolutely. That's what he's saying. He's saying that when I give you this assignment that's too heavy for you, I need you to do it according to how I'm telling you to do it. And that's what's going to make you survive it. But your family you're in, it's too much for you to handle by yourself. Your job you got, it's too much for you to handle by yourself. Your problems in your life, it's too much for you to handle by yourself. God put more on you than you can bear on purpose, so that he can show you he's God and he's with you every step of the way. So they got to stop preaching that, because it's not biblically sound. So yes, I feel like I want to give up sometimes. It's called being a human. But people make it hard because they expect you to be perfect. And that's how we trick ourselves. Because we got a bunch of facades in front of us. And that's why it don't last. I wasn't supposed to take that long answering that question. 3 more questions. Jed, how did you all end up coming together as one? You, Sheena, and Lamont. Me and Lamont met each other marching against police brutality. I didn't even like that kid. I thought he was extra. And they had put out this sort of kind of underground memo that he was mentally ill. And people was attacking him because Lamont was face was all over the nation and the world as well, because he was standing in front of these police officers. And I remember just keep watching this kid, and I'm like, every time he comes somewhere, it's like full of life. And then I found out some things about him that he shared in his own testimony. And somehow or another, he had connected to some other activists. And I was like, here come these Black Lives Matter because neighborhood advocates never got along with Black Lives Matter advocates. It's two totally different things. You had Black Lives Matter, the organization, and Black Lives Matter, the hashtag. But because of all the stuff that was going on in the country, they just punched us all together as Black Lives Matter. And that's not what we were. So anything we did was automatically in the name of Black Lives Matter. So I thought of him to be in Black Lives Matter, the organization. And so me and him didn't really like each other. I mean, I didn't like him. But it was because of what I was perceiving. I just thought he was some unruly kid that was going to get us killed, because you up in the police face, breathing in their face, and now they're going to want to turn around and whoop us. You need to keep chill, bro. But then I saw his heart, I saw his passion, and then I found out about his background, and somehow or another we had a conversation, and he been my brother ever since. And what he told me was, he said, I'm hearing all these negative things about you. This boy told me this, and I think he was like 17 years old. He said, I'm hearing all these negative things about you. But he says, every time I come around you, none of that stuff pans out. He says, I'm not one to go off of what everybody say. I'm somebody that checks it out for myself. And then he started coming around me, and we was hanging out. Then he met my mama, and this boy was closer to my mama than I was. And I'm like, my mama don't get close to nobody. She's a prophet. She's a real legitimate prophet. And my mama is very, very, very funny about people. And people don't understand her, because she one of them kind of people that'll hug you like this, because my mama don't let people get close to her. And she let this boy, I was in a restaurant, and my mama's car pulled up, and Lamont was driving my mother in her car. And I damn near fainted, because I knew that just don't happen. And she started calling him son. He started calling her mama. The next thing I know, this is a whole true story. Next thing I know, some people had moved out my house. And Lamont, when I came out my room, because my family came to my house, the community comes to my house. I had came in my house, and Lamont was in a room. Literally came out the room, walked in the kitchen, got him something to drink, and walked back in the room. And all I could think to myself is, this mother is crazy. And that boy been living in my house. And even to this day, I've never given him permission to live there. I never told Lamont he could live in my house. And Lamont has been there for almost a year. And that's my brother. True story. And if you pay attention, I fuss at Lamont all day. That's all I do is fuss at him. Fuss, fuss, fuss. But that's somebody that I know, he loved me and I love him, because we see who each other really are at the core. 2 more questions. Y'all gonna give me, I'm gonna go to jail. Sheena, if you watching this, could you please tell them people we out of this, that we out? I'm gonna try to sneak out the front if they come in the back. 2 more questions and then I'm done. I didn't miss. Okay, well, Sheena Jedidah doesn't see my messages, so could you please answer? I would love to link up and travel with you all. I don't put a lot of Facebook because I've been arrested more than Lamont for protesting, but guess what? All charges were dismissed. First of all, amazing freeway. So you got to send us a message on Facebook. We're developing our teams as the best we can. It's a whole lot of people that want to connect. And if we don't get to you right away, it's not because we're ignoring you. It's just hard to manage it all at times. I met Sheena as well through action. We were coming up to her neighborhood to march or to bring highlight to some young boy that was shot and killed in her neighborhood. And it was about 20 of us black folks. And when we got up there, it was about 600 white folks. Sheena happened to live in the neighborhood. And when they were saying that it was not certain things in the neighborhood, Sheena stood up and spoke out against the lies that was in the neighborhood, and me and her was connected ever since. But what I didn't know about Sheena was that she was the woman behind the scenes who every time we were doing something, and I'm talking about advocates across the city, Sheena would always donate, but I had never met her. So when she stood up in that meeting and I found out that that was who Sheena was, me and her just automatically like this, because Sheena was kind of sort of, she just was always a giver. And I ain't talking about no little giving. Sheena made sure we had what we need. And there's about a good 13 people that have been in my life in Chicago that have given like crazy. Another one is Renita Alexander. She was a retired Army colonel. If I call Renita right now and say, Renita, I need blah, blah, blah. Renita be like, okay, keep on getting change for our people. And then she'll laugh. And so Sheena was one of those people. One more question and I'm done. I'm waiting on the question. I think this video was awesome. And even though I didn't get to many particulars, I got to vent. I was planning on giving y'all final thoughts in a briefing, but I ain't get to no briefing. But I did vent, and I hope that you all heard what I'm saying loud and clear. Hey, Natora. One last question. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Be patient, be patient, be patient. All right. Y'all, here it go. If there's no question in the next 10 comments, I'm going to cut it off. 10, 9, 8. When you come to North Carolina, what city will you be in? I'm not going to count that one because we haven't decided that yet. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How did I meet Natora? How did I meet Natora? So Natora, I met her when we were children. We actually went to the same church, and it was a small church. It wasn't that many kids in the church, and guess who the pastors were? My parents. So my parents were the pastors, and I think I was like maybe, I don't know how much older I am than Natora. I can't remember, but I know we were kids together. We kind of hung out. And Natora was weird to me. She was always this weird girl because she didn't dress like the other girls. Now you're talking about young people. Natora was this, she did not have many emotions. Natora would always sit there in church and you would think that she was just in space because she would just be like, she didn't have many emotions, and she talked with this real mellow tone. But when she did talk, it always made me laugh. And she always tried to roast me. And so my parents made me the youth leader. And so I was her youth leader. And I remember me and Natora always hung out, and we always talked because our parents would always be arguing or always be dealing with some stuff. And so me and Natora would always be together just talking crap about the church. And me and Tori, now I'm the youth leader, but we used to always roast the people in the church. We used to roast people who shouted funny or looked funny. We were just, as kids, that's the kind of youth leader I was. We're going to come together and we're going to roast the people in the church and let them think we having church. So Natora was real good at it. And then I asked Natora when she was young, and you know, like I said, we both kids, we both young. And at one point, I said to Tori, can I take you out on a date? We're only 1 year apart. Thank you, Tori. I said, let's go on a date. And the Tori, I think she declined me. I think she said no, but the truth is she wanted me. I don't care what she talking about. She wanted me, but I think she thought I was too churchy. So I said, why don't we go on a date? And then me and the Torah just kind of like separated. And then when she came back, we just always seemed to pick up where we left off, as if we were never separated. And there was this one time when me and the Torah had this really bad fight and this argument and this dispute, and the Torah left, and because she can't get away from me, she ended up having to see me again. And you know, she couldn't be mad. She had to be fake mad. And then there was a time when she came to apply for a job interview, and I was at the job that she was applying for the interview. So she just kept running into me, but I always wanted to be fake mad, looking at me with her attitude or whatever. And we got back together, and I just started calling her my wife, because by then I couldn't find a woman who would deal with my lifestyle or my life. And I had a lot of issues with relationships. I'm very hard to be in a relationship with. And I said, she had her own things going on. And I just said, you my wife. And because she know, even to this day, she knows let me not even say that. I ain't going to make no jokes like that. But Natora is my wife because me and her just be like this. But we're two totally different people, and she's always somebody that I'm fussing at as well. And so people be like, well, how's she your wife? And she got a wife. And so I just tell everybody, my wife she like girls. Don't mean I love her any less. I got a wife who like girls. What can I do? What can I say? So I tell her all the time, if you wasn't gay, if we didn't have these hiccups, maybe we would have been married. Or maybe if you didn't deny me when you had your chance when we was kids, maybe we'd be together. So that's my wife. And that's just what it is. Okay? So, Chicago, we got some stuff to talk about. Chicago, we got some stuff to figure out. But I love you. So Chicago, I love you. And I want to thank everybody who's been on this video this whole time, because this is one long ass video. But America, no. I be trying to be consistent, and it be coming to my mind. Hold on. I want to let somebody come on, because I always say I'm going to do that too. I'm going to let somebody, and I got to get out of here for real. My flight don't leave until later, so I'm just going to be chilling anyway. So I ain't got nothing better to do. I don't even know where I'm finna go. Come on, who wants to come on? I'm trying to give you the opportunity to come on the video. Okay. I'm inviting you. You're not accepting it. I'm going to wait for somebody. I'm supposed to be working on listening to you. That's awesome. Okay, pick me. Gotcha. Here we go. Let the fun begin. You never know what you're going to get when you invite people on the live.
Hey, Jedidah. Don't laugh at my bonnet.
Girl, get out that bed. What time is it?
Oh, I'm tired.
What's going on? What's on your mind?
What's going on? What's up?
You tell me. What you said pick you. What you got to say?
Nothing. I love y'all, Jedidah.
We love you too. We love you too.
When y'all coming to Detroit?
We don't got enough people signed up in Detroit. You got to get on that.
Really?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna see what I can do.
Detroit ain't with it, huh?
I thought maybe a lot of people signed up.
Not from Detroit.
Oh wow. Well, thank
Nope.
you for
So you
inviting
gotta help
me.
us out. But it's gonna grow. It's gonna happen. We'll be coming to Detroit. I just don't know when.
Okay. Okay.
So I got a question though. Nah, that's all right. Never mind. Never mind.
Oh,
I
go
ain't
ahead.
gonna mess with you. I'm not gonna mess with you. You're beautiful though. I'm not gonna mess with you. I'm not gonna mess with you. Coming on
Thank
this
you.
doggone live with your bonnet on.
I got hair. I got a lot of hair. I just got my bonnet on. Y'all have a lot of
Okay.
hair.
Yes. Do that. Do that. Is that you? That's your hair?
Yes.
How much?
How much? It's long.
No, how much? How much it cost?
It ain't cost nothing. What you mean how much it cost? It ain't cost nothing.
Okay. I just want to see what you was gonna say. About 300. That was like Carter.
And if I do wear weave, it don't cost $300. It costs about $1,000.
Well, that's beautiful. I'm just messing with you. I'm probably messing up in all kind of ways, but you are beautiful, and I love you too, and I hope we get to Detroit soon.
Okay, I'll be in Chicago soon. When y'all going back?
Today.
Today?
Yeah, and we might, and because of the demand, we may be leaving out to Georgia within the next 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay. So y'all going to Atlanta. Okay. Well, I enjoy watching y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Sometimes your mouth be smart. I be want to jump in, smack the mess out of you. You be smart. You be tripping
Yeah,
sometimes.
I could be a handful.
Yeah,
That's how I know. That's how I know America be tripping, because I be tripping. Take a tripper to know a tripper.
And you be feeding off into too much negative stuff. Fuck these people. Fuck what they say. Excuse me, but don't be feeding off into all that negative energy. People gonna hate.
You know, it's kind of hard for me because I'm such a fighter, but I'm learning.
I would never. Do you see celebrities? Do you see the celebrities feeding off into it? Do you see a lot of
Well,
celebrities?
well, they rich though. They got
No,
money.
that
They
don't
can
mean nothing.
they can go. Yes, it does. They can be distracted. I'm sitting up here. I'm not rich. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a regular dude, and getting all this bull crap coming at me, and I'm a fighter at that. Hey, I mean, if I had a few $1,000,000, I'd be like, okay, yeah, keep on talking. Well, that ain't, I don't know. You know what? I'll say this. I just got some growing up to do in some areas, and I'll get there.
How many people do you need in Detroit to become the freedom the fighters?
We haven't set that yet. We just kind of looking at like the overwhelming demand, because like we're getting hundreds in other places, and I don't know what Detroit is at, but it hasn't come up on the radar for like a demand, and we don't want to like spend money and try to get out there, and it's not. You understand what I'm saying? It's not ready.
Okay. I mean, I'm affiliated with a lot of people, and I have a business, so I can try to get as many people as I can. So I just need to know how to promote it. How would I promote that?
You got to tell them to go sign the application. But this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you this. You ready?
I'm ready.
This is my word on record. I'm gonna just come to Detroit. I like Detroit.
Okay.
I'm gonna come to Detroit, and I'm gonna try to help get people to sign up to register. Let's do it together.
Okay, I got you.
I'm so serious.
You gotta add me as your friend on Facebook. You got
I think I got about 6 more days, and I get my Facebook page back. So send me a message, and let's do this. Me and you, we gonna come. Huh?
You gonna read my message?
Yeah.
Y'all playing so much. Notoria she just accepted me. So, okay.
Well, there you go. You got the wifey. We in now. So I'll see you soon.
Got you.
Peace. All right, one more. That was cool. That's why I'd be glad that I didn't. I don't. That's why I'm glad I don't. I be trying to remember everything while I be talking. Somebody said they wanted to come on. I'm bringing you in. Come on, let's go. Oh no, that was only one person. I got one more after this, and then that's when I'm officially done. Yeah, I promise.
Hi, Jedidah.
Talk to me, Freeway.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Getting ready to get on this plane
I
and go
think
back to Chicago.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be meeting y'all in Chicago because I want to be a part of this team. I want to travel with you all. I've done this a lot since the age of 14 when my brother was killed by a police officer, and we didn't get justice, but we did protest. And I did a lot in Alabama, and I was arrested a lot of times in Alabama because they don't want you protesting there. But thanks be to God and lawyers that I had, all of that was dismissed. And I came out here to San Diego, California, so I can't wait till you all get here, and I hope you come to San Diego first. Because there's a lot of people out here that need the freedom fighters, not only in San Diego, in Los Angeles, in Lancaster, police brutality, murders unsolved, children being, it's just crazy. It really is crazy everywhere. But we really need you all. And I really want to be a part of it. I'm going to be buying a plane ticket to wherever you are, and I'm okay. I don't want to be in the background. I want to be in the forefront.
Wow. I love that. You said
Thank you.
you make it known. I want to be in the forefront.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, well, let's
Now,
get this together.
loud voice.
All right, well, let's get this together. We got coming. California is on our radar. It's on our map. We're coming, so we should be there soon.
I remember the first live video.
Okay. All right, looks like Freeway is about that. She said, I want to be in the front. I want to, she said, I want to be in the front. I like that. Say what you mean what you say.
Hi, Jedidah.
I
Like
love
I'm
when people
so
come
loud.
here. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm so
Go.
loud. Listen, I am so impressed with you guys. I am so excited. I have to walk in the garage to let my husband tell you how much I've been watching, how much occupying my time you guys are doing, okay?
Wow.
Theo, listen, come see Jedediah. I just told him I have to put you on live so you can tell them how much time is being occupied.
How you doing, man?
My brother.
All day and all night
All day.
from the beginning.
Sorry
We're
about that,
so
man.
excited. I am waiting for you all to come to ATL. I'm gonna connect with Sheena, and when you come here, I will be there. Okay?
You see, I had to stop smiling so hard when you put your husband on the camera. I had to be like,
Oh yeah. He's good. Look, he's only home because he's on sick leave right now. But let me tell you, when you come here, I will be there. Believe that. And you guys have to keep doing what you're doing.
you say he only home because he on sick, so he ain't gonna be there later, huh? No, I'm just playing.
No,
That's funny.
but believe me, I am so excited. But you all keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about the haters.
Yes, man.
Please don't.
Absolutely. 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 And
Are you
I'm
there?
okay. I keep hearing it, and that's what I'm
Hey, look, I don't
working
want to
on
hold
doing.
nobody else's time up, but you guys keep doing what you're doing, and I'm praying.
So you know we're on our way to Atlanta next, though, right?
Oh, it's fading in and out. Can you hear me?
I said, you know we're on our way to Atlanta next, right?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. We're on our way to ATL
Can you
next.
hear me? Oh yeah, we're gonna be there. I will have all three of my kids there. We all are gonna be there, and my husband.
Look, I'll see you then.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
All right. Hey, y'all. Listen to me. Exactly. Y'all see how stressed out I was when I first started this video? To when I start interacting with y'all and it just gave me life. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. So all of that stuff that we go through is easier when we run into y'all, just like we met with the people here in Texas. It's giving us life through the difficulty and the difficult moments. Okay? So what is this? Okay, with that being said, I'm gonna do this one last one for. Oh no, it ain't.
Hello.
Angela, what's up?
Y'all better stop playing about Chicago. You get back home and we got to get this together. Chicago is where your feet is planted. We got to get Chicago back together. No? I don't want to see none of that. Hey.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
Yeah,
What you
okay.
say? Huh? Huh?
Y'all can hear me. You can hear me.
Beep, beep. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try your call again. No, I love my city, but you know Chicago is a mess.
Yes, but you can't just give up on Chicago though. You can't.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't give
I'm
up
not
on
giving
Chicago.
I'm not giving up on Chicago. I'm just trying to figure out how could I best serve Chicago? Like how can I get this done? Because Chicago just got it's just too much sometimes.
You better stop playing and get back to Chicago.
Okay, well if I come back, you gotta help me.
Definitely. Hey, Tori. I love her.
You love Tori?
I love her. Hey, Sheena. I love all you guys.
All right, well, we on our way back to Chicago, and you know what? I was actually trying to see if I could get a meeting with the people in Chicago before we leave to Atlanta. So please pay attention for that because I'm working on it. We haven't said anything because we ain't secured it, but we're working on that.
Okay. Cool. Peace.
All right, Queen. Talk to you later. All right, y'all. Chicago, I love you. Freedom fighters. If we don't get it, shut it down. Make sure you push justice for Jackson and justice for Samaje. The next time y'all see me, hopefully it'll be at home. America, sometimes you be tripping, but I love you too.